Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all got about an hour or so to listen to the build event. Y'all see the topic or the title for this stream, so y'all already know, man. I'm ready to go in. This is right up my alley. If y'all don't know about what happened to Amir Locke, then I suggest you go back and do the knowledge to the whole entire situation. But more than likely, you are already hip to the situation. I know who I got tapped in and tuned in to my channel. So pretty much I'm sure all of y'all are hip. But go ahead and tap in, man. We got to vent, man. We got to get some things off our chest in regards to this system and the treatment of Black individuals within this system. Got to build, man. So how y'all living? How y'all feeling on this wonderful Saturday? Give y'all about a minute or so before we really start building, venting, going on rants, all that stuff, man. Because again, as we said, or as I said in the title, they strike again. These devils strike again. Here they go. Here they go. Same old song and dance. And we always want to talk about progress and things along those lines, but they have struck again. Struck again. Another innocent life, man. Taken. Way too young. Charles, peace, what's happening? Anais, peace, what's the word? Amir Locke was what? I think he was 22. Lost his life for no reason. No reason at all, man. Lost his life for no reason at all. No reason. He didn't deserve that. Wasn't even intended for him. You know, y'all bust up in his spot. What is it? The no-knock search warrant. And his name wasn't even attached to the warrant. So you had the wrong person. So not only did you bust into the wrong crib looking for the wrong person, like you got the wrong person and you killed him. But again, that's what they do. Nothing new under the sun, man. This is what they do. This is what they've been doing. This is what they will always continue to do because it's in the nature of the beast. But again, people want to blame individuals such as myself for talking about what happens or talk about what is happening to Black people for keeping racism and things like that alive. No, this type of stuff is what keeps it alive. That's what keeps this stuff alive. Not me talking about it. Not somebody else talking about it. When they bust up in somebody's crib with the no-knock search warrant type deal, shooting and killing a 22-year-old innocent Black man, that's what's keeping this stuff alive. Charles, it was in Minneapolis. I think it was Minneapolis, Minnesota, I believe. I believe that's where it was at. Yeah, Minneapolis. Yep. Minnesota for sure. And the crazy thing about it, he was about to move. Lindell, peace, what's happening? Montel, peace. Shantae, peace, what's the word? Black Mason, nah, apparently in Minneapolis, Minnesota, they still able to do it. They still able to do those no-knock search warrants based off of the information that I gathered in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They still able to do them, which is why they bust up in his crib with the key and whatnot. But the crazy thing about it is I was doing analysis of the situation. They said, man, that dude had just registered his music business, I think like a week prior to this happening to him. And he was about to move to Dallas, Texas to be closer to his mom's. So he was about to embark on his music career, you know, following the footsteps of his father. Apparently his father is in the music business. So he was about to follow in the footsteps of his pops, registered his music business, and was about to move to Dallas to be closer to his mom's. And then this happens. And I don't want to hear anybody talk about, oh, he shouldn't have pointed the gun at the homeboy was asleep, right? They bust up in his crib. He was asleep. This is obvious. He was asleep. So just imagine for a second, you sleep, you knocked out on a sofa, wrapped up in sheets, and somebody busts in your crib. How you gonna respond? How you gonna respond, man? You sleep, dead to the world. I mean, you in a deep sleep, and people busting in your crib. That is going to rattle and startle anybody. You not gonna move rationally when somebody has awakened you out of your deep sleep, and you don't know what's going on. Man, of course you're gonna panic and grab a gun, man. If somebody done woke you up out your sleep and your gun is right here, man, that's the first thing you're gonna probably reach for. It's something to protect yourself because you feel like at this point you being robbed, especially when you ain't did nothing. So if you don't have any type of record and you just trying to sleep And then next thing you know, people busting in your crib, man, you about to grab something to defend yourself because you think it's going down. Because you like, why else would anybody be busting up in my crib? I haven't done anything to anybody, so this must be a robbery. You ain't thinking, oh, this the cops busting in my crib. Like that don't even make any. So I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, well, he pointed the gun at the cops. Buddy was asleep. If any one of you all was asleep and somebody busting your crib and you got a gun right there by you, I guarantee you that's the first thing you gonna grab. Guarantee you. Whatever you got that can protect you, when somebody wakes you up out of your sleep out of nowhere and it rattles you, you grabbing that protection. I don't care if it's a knife, sword, gun, whatever, you grabbing it. Because you thinking it's it. Somebody bust up in the crib. Black Mason, appreciate that donation for sure. Gotta protect the crib. Charles, exactly. You know what I'm saying? If I got a machete by me and somebody done woke me up out my sleep, I'm grabbing that joint. I ain't gonna say, oh, let me see who this is first and then grab it. Man, ain't nobody doing that. That would be dumb. Because now if you are getting robbed, it's like, all right, too late because I wanted to check to see who it was first. So nah, that's they know what they were doing, man. They saw that the homeboy was asleep and they saw that they rattled him and they still let off the shots. I mean, that's common sense. When you watch the body cam, it's obvious to see that buddy was asleep. So they cannot be like, oh man, I was in fear. What man, y'all woke this man up out of his sleep and he started because he didn't know what was going on. So we saw the body cam footage, man. We saw what happened, man. Buddy was asleep. Y'all startled him and he grabbed the gun because he ain't understand what was happening because again, he don't got no record. He ain't no criminal. So he like, who is this busting in my crib? I can see if I was in that type of game to where it's like, all right, man, at any given moment, I feel like the cops can pull a kick though and come into my crib and raid the crib because I'm living that type of life. Dude wasn't living that type of life. Buddy wasn't living that type of life. He had the gun to protect him from his job, they say. You know, he was some type of driver where he was at, so he got the gun for that type of protection. Nice, for sure, 100%. You finna grab whatever it is you feel like can protect you. But even still, who cares about him grabbing the gun? Let's focus on these devils that bust up in this crib and they had the wrong person. So they done killed the wrong person. So y'all had a no-knock search warrant issued and y'all got the wrong person. He was not on the warrant. He was not on the warrant at all, and he done lost his life. That's the world we live in. This continues to happen to whom? Us. This happens to us at a higher rate than it happens to anybody else, and everybody want to talk to me about change. Everybody want to talk to me about progress. Everybody want to talk to me about, oh, well, you need to stop talking about racism. That's what's keeping it alive. No, it is not, man. I call it how I see it. I speak about what I see. I speak about what I experience. We continue to experience it. We continue to see it. I'm not about to turn a blind eye to what just happened. Not going to do it. Here we are again in Minnesota. What? We just had, George Floyd? Like, here we are again. Here we are again. They doing the same thing, man. They not going to learn. They not going to learn, man. They going to continue to operate how they operate. They going to continue to operate how they've always operated. And that's just an actual fact. That's the nature of the system. That's the nature of the beast. Ricky Peace, what's happening? They moving how they are born to move. They moving how they are designed to move. Nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. So there is, once again, no justifying what they did to Amir Locke. They can't bring that life back that they incorrectly took. You know what I'm saying? They can't bring it back. Life is gone. Now you have a mother and a father that lost their son because of what? Because of what? Why did they lose him? It wasn't because of anything that the son did. They lost him because of the ignorance of these cops, the ignorance of this system, the racism, like the racist aspect of this system, the racist mentality of this system. All does. Peace, what's happening? Pisces the king for sure. That's what they do. They good for assassinating. Oh, Black Mason for sure. We already know. You already know the curfew coming. They ready. They always ready because again, a lot of this stuff is planned, but people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to admit that. A lot of this stuff is planned, so they already know the response. that they will receive when they do something like this. So they already got everything ready. And you know, they got their informants, they got their plants, you know what I'm saying, the people that they gonna plant in some of these protests because they know the protest's coming. So they gonna plant some individuals in the protest to start to kick the riot off, you know, and that's gonna give them the green light to cause more damage to original people, you know. Antoinette, Peace Queen, what's happening? Charles, I'm telling you, man, that body cam footage is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Anybody that was in homeboy's position would have responded the same way. You grabbing your gun, man. You like, man, I woke up, man. People that kicked in my door. What's happening? Anybody else would have responded that same way. So I don't fault Amir Locke for his ways and actions at all. I'm not gonna sit here and say he shouldn't have grabbed the gun. He shouldn't have put. Man, dude was delirious, man. I know y'all know what it feels like to be awakened out of your sleep randomly. Man, you delirious, man. You not thinking straight. You not thinking straight at all. You got to figure out what's going on. Even when you just wake up, like regularly, you kind of delirious. You like trying to process everything, like just like, hold on, let me gather myself. So just imagine when you rattle when somebody kicking your door. Come on, man. Larry, for sure. Another lynch. That's what we call modern day lynching. That's what it is. Charles, exact. They was right up on him. And how many of them was it? Like they could have, listen, that could have easily been de-escalated or prevented. Soon as this dude pops up with a gun, boom, we gonna let off 3 shots, kill him. We ain't trying to de-escalate it no other way. And I don't even care. Once again, we always talk about, oh, they shouldn't have pointed the gun. How many of these white folk then committed mass murders, shot up schools, shot up churches with machine guns, army guns, and they pull up on said individual and they not letting off any shots? So nah, I don't want to hear that. You got a person that then went up in the school and shot all types of kids and teachers. So obviously this person is a threat. You pull up on him, you trying to talk him out of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, drop your weapon, sir. Come on, you don't have to do it. Think about it. Think about your life. Think about X, Y, and Z. You don't have to kill anymore. Like you trying to talk him out the situation. No, not us. As soon as they pull up and we pull out, it gets over. Boom, shoot, kill. Shoot to kill. There ain't no de-escalating this situation. We ain't gonna take no chances here. Let that dude would have been white. Oh, let's wrestle him down. Let's keep him down here. Let's take the gun from him. Martial arts training would have came into play, man. Like they would have been like, all right, cool, hold him down, pin him down to his ground, grab the gun, and let's take him in alive. Not us though. We don't get that luxury. We just gotta hope that, you know what I'm saying? Like we just gotta hope that the situation turned out in our favor. That's what we gotta hope. We gotta hope for that. We gotta hope that the situation turns out in our favor when they mess around and bust in on us or they pull us over. We gotta hope when they pull us over. We gotta hope that they not having a bad day, because if they having a bad day, that could be our last day. So we just gotta hope for these things. We gotta hope that when they bust up in our crib, that we ain't sleep and we don't mess around and grab a weapon. And once again, we gotta continue to hope that they don't have a bad day, because if they having a bad day again, that could be our last day. So these are things we gotta hope for. What other group of people got to hope for that? What other group of people got to live like that? Not too many. Not too many, man. That's how we got to live. That's what we got to hope that these dudes ain't having a bad day. When they get behind you and you driving, you got to be like, man, I hope they don't pull me over, and I hope they're not having a bad day, because if they decide to pull me over, although I haven't done anything, you know what I'm saying? You drive and they behind you, you know you haven't done anything, you still kind of worry, like, man, I hope they don't pull me over. They ain't got nothing on me. I got everything. I got the license, insurance on me, but man, this can still turn out all bad. That's what be going through our minds when we see cops behind us. All bad, man. Jasmine Peach Queen, what's happening? You could be in the clear, like, man, I ain't got nothing on my record, license, insurance, everything good. I ain't speeding, ain't doing nothing illegal, but you still worry. You still worry. That's the way we got to live. And then when we see situations like this, to what happened, like what happened to Amir Locke, it increases the anxiety. Larry, for sure, 3/5. You know what I mean? 3/5, according to them. But Jasmine, for sure, man, it just increases anxiety, man. Like when we see these stories, when we see what happened to Amir Locke, when we see it, it's like boom. Jasmine, the Amir Locke situation. So to give you a brief summary, this was in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They had a no-knock search warrant. So they bust up in his apartment while he was asleep. And so Amir Locke, he rattled because people busting in your crib with they ain't knocking it all. So they bust in your crib while you sleep. So they startled him, woke him up out of his sleep. He was on look like a couch or something, wrapped up in some sheets. So he bust up when they bust in the crib, grabbed the gun, and you know he boom. Why he do that? They shot him 3 times and killed him. Come to find out, his name wasn't even attached to the search warrant. So they had the wrong person. Khalil, peace, what's happening? So they had the no-knock search warrant. They bust up in his crib, shot and killed him, woke him up out of his sleep, shot and killed him, and his name wasn't even attached to the warrant. So they had the wrong person. So that's what happened to him. Had the wrong person. So you did all of that, and you have taken the wrong person's life. You know, you can't listen. The moms of Amir Locke, she can't get her son back. Pops can't get his son back at all. Tasha, peace. You say Minnesota just can't get it together at all. At all. Here they go again. Just had a situation, and here we are again. That's why I say nothing new under the sun. They gonna do what they design, what they are designed to do. Protect and serve has nothing to do with us. Ricky, for sure, man. I'm telling you, the paranoia is real. Like when we see the feds, when we see the cops, like our natural, it's like a natural inclination, man, just for us to be paranoid, for the anxiety to go up. And it's just like I said, you know you didn't do anything, you know you clean, but it don't matter. It just does not matter. Does not matter at all. Charles, for sure. And that's what you listen. I think they did. It looked like they shot him in the head based off of what I was looking at. So yeah, they wasn't trying to de-escalate that at all. The moment he popped up with the gun, shots rang out. So the moment he had his shots rang out, it was it. So they already knew. They already knew what they was in there to do. Whole while you got the wrong person. So now we got to worry about them busting in our cribs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do against that? You know what I'm saying? It's like what can we do? They busting in our crib, like, you know what I'm saying? They busting in the crib, and they ain't even supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't. You ain't expecting that. Like, you not expecting that. You chilling in your crib, you sleep in your crib, and then the cops bust in, and you ain't done nothing. You like, man, why? Boom, and they got you. Like, man, we listen. Our anxiety levels are too high as black people, man. You can't be busting in on us, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't even like when family members come over unannounced. Like, we be paranoid when a family member comes over unannounced. We like, man, what's happening? Let alone y'all busting in, man. We can't be doing that. Jasmine, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Off with their heads for real. You know what I'm saying? Black Mason, this is exactly what they doing. And it's like it's almost no defense against that. Like, it's, you know, they busting in our cribs when we chilling. Like, you not expecting that. There is no, listen, if you ain't done no dirt, you not walking, you not sitting around just like, all right, man, the cops might bust in on me. But now you got to think about that. Solo T40 for sure. Jasmine, exactly. Exactly. Charles, definitely. Trap tactics for sure. Lindell said another $10 million settlement that the cops will probably walk on. 100%. Here we go with another settlement. You already know, y'all know how they get down. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a price tag on our lives out here. So they can just like, we just gonna pay them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna happen to the individual that did it, you know. We just gonna pay them off. So that's what we on. Yeah, Jay, you can't take a nap. You know what I'm saying? You can't sleep. You can't better yourself. We can't do nothing out here. You can't protect, can't have protection on you. Like, come on, man. When you bust up in the average person crib, you know they're gonna have some type of protection. Khalil, man, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? I think about them all, man. Even I think the one that, man, like the story that got me the most, like when I first was just doing the knowledge, man, I don't even remember. Like I was born when it happened, but I just don't remember it when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I was old enough, but man, I was young, so I didn't really understand what was happening then. But Sean Bell, that story, man, man, that story right there, man. Sean Bell's story to this day is like just one, just one of the just worst ones, man. Like all of them are trash, all of them are tragic, and none of them should have happened. But man, that Sean Bell joint, yeah, that Sean Bell joint happened when I was like around 16. Like I said, man, I was just in a savage state of mind at that time, so I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? We understood what was happening, man, but you wasn't outraged like you should have been back then. Like, man, but that Sean Bell joint was crazy. I mean, that was crazy. They fired 50 rounds at the young boy. Cell phone reaching for it, man. But yeah, that story, yeah, Sean Bell joint was crazy, man. Like that's the one after I got a little older and started getting knowledge, and I went back and revisited that one. I was like, sheesh. Like that was one of those ones, man. Like that one right there, man. Just like whoa, like goodness gracious, man. Like we can't win out here. Like we can't win at all. Oscar Grant, you know what I'm saying? That was another one too. That was another one too. And y'all know the area where I live at, grew up in, of course, Mike Brown and whatnot. Shantae, for sure, exactly. See, I want the actual change, but don't look like that's happening. Black Mason for sure, yeah, yeah. My Arbery's case, yeah, definitely get that same lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Larry, you say already they are militarized, so yeah, exactly. Train to kill and now no knock warrant. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be illegal, man. Hey, Charles, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's how we gotta live. Unfortunately, that's how we gotta live. Now we gonna have to go back to that. Khalil, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I done been in several situations, man. Like I be trying to take no chances. When they pull me over, everything on my lap, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that still, if they having a bad day, it still don't matter. But when they pull me over, man, I make sure before everything on my lap. Everything on the lap, right there. Boom, here you go. Phone, ID, everything on the lap. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that we got to do that, but I'm like, everything gonna be on my lap. Oh, Larry, yeah, that was Black Lives Matter. I was never walking around chanting that, affiliating myself with that particular organization. That was trash from the jump. That was trash from the jump. And they, everybody be trying to, you got a lot of elders, you got a lot of people trying to instruct you on how to deal with the cops. But I'm like, one thing you can't teach a young black man is that when the cops having a bad day, it don't matter what you do. How do you teach that? My man's was sleeping. How do you teach that? How do you teach somebody to deal with the cops when you sleep and they bust in on you when they shouldn't have bust in on? How you teach that? Like how you instruct somebody to move in that situation? Like, yeah, you sleep, so now automatically you got to come to your senses. Like, dude, that's not that easy. When I wake up from my regular sleep, it take me like 5 to 10 minutes to just come to my senses. Like, all right, man, hold on. Like, what I got? Like, what's happening? So, man, some of these things we can't teach, we can't instruct. Like, man, if they bust in on you when you sleeping, like, dude, You done. We done. All of us are done. If they bust in on us while we taking a nap, it's over for all of us. We stand no chance in that situation. Because every last one of us gonna reach for something. And the moment we do that, it's over. Like I said, man, you could be in the crib living with your family and you taking a nap and the family member busting your room or something unannounced and you like, hold on, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like that is just a natural reaction. Natural reaction. So we out here, we can't take naps. Like, what can we do? But somewhere, somebody, these white folks somewhere down the line they're gonna try to blame Amir Locke. They're gonna try to say he shouldn't have grabbed the gun. He shouldn't have did this, that, and the third. You already know that those comments out here, I haven't tapped into like comments and things like that. But I'm pretty sure there are some people that's out here saying those type of things. So I'm like, man, you know what? Let me go ahead and, let me let me stay away from some of these comments and whatnot. Charles for sure. That's what it's gonna turn into. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it probably would have been that. Like the young bull was ready. Like the young bull the young bull moved as you supposed to. So you could tell the young bull because they said he got some people in his family that's law enforcement and military. So they didn't train the young bull. So you could tell the young bull knew that, hey, if somebody busts in on you, grab your gun. So the young bull was trained. So we got to understand, Amir Locke was trained to say somebody busts in or somebody busting in your crib to rob you, grab your weapon. So he was doing what he was trained to do in said situation. So he moved correctly, actually, because he didn't know what was happening. They just came in there with the mission to kill. Black Mason. Okay, so now that makes sense. I mean, it don't make sense, but that makes sense. Pice is the king for sure. Bootleg, peace, what's happening? Oh, Larry, I'm already knowing. They probably gonna go on his Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and they gonna find the worst post that he ever made, and they gonna use that to justify it. So he already was in the music, right? So they say he had just registered his music business and was about to move to Dallas. So please don't let his music be any ounce of ignorant. They gonna use the music to justify it. Please, please hope his music ain't any ounce of ignorant. They gonna be like, see, look at the music he was releasing. That makes him a bad guy. He deserved it. So I really hope his music ain't ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna use that. They gonna use that for sure. Khalil for sure. Or they gonna go back to when he was 17, 18 on Facebook and he said something, he cursed in a post. And they gonna like, see, look at it. Look at him. Like, that's what they do. That's what they do. So I'm waiting for that. They gonna pull up, you know what I'm saying? He was doing music. He got some music somewhere. They gonna pull it up. Oh, look what he was rapping about. See, he was rapping about killing somebody. I hope that stuff ain't in this. So I hope he don't got music out there, and I just hope that type of stuff ain't in this music because that's what they gonna use. They listening to everything that he didn't put out, so they can use that for justification. See, look at the music, listen to the music. So hopefully his music ain't on that type of vibe because that's the first thing they gonna try to use if his music is on that vibe. Charles for sure. Lindell, man, I think I do remember that. Koshan, peace, what's happening? I think I do actually remember that. Woke him up and shot him down. Yeah, I think I remember that. I mean, man, the list goes on, man. Like Amadou Diallo, man, they didn't just listen. It's just sad, man. It's sad the way some of these brothers and sisters then went out. Black Mason, that wouldn't even surprise me. Nothing will surprise me. But they definitely are about to try to tear his character down. Like 22-year-old, they about to come at him. They about to come at this man like he's 50. You know what I'm saying? They about to try to tear his character down. Like they about to try to tear him down to make it seem like he deserved it. So that's the part I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on them to try to assassinate his character. Like that is what I'm waiting on because I know that that's coming, and that's about to be trash. That's about to be trash, but we know that that's the next step. Evan, peace, what's happening? Byron, are you saying music isn't a problem? Not saying that they were wrong for killing. No, I'm not saying music isn't a problem. What I'm saying is I hope his music doesn't reflect that, because they're going to use that as justification. That's what I'm saying. They already didn't prove that he didn't have any criminal past. So I really, at this point now, I kind of don't care about I don't care what he was rapping about, because they done already proved that he wasn't a criminal. They already proved that he wasn't a troublemaker. So this is already proved by saying, by demonstrating or proving that he didn't have any record. So now they're going to jump to his music. So I just hope his music is not talking about anything that's crazy, because they're going to use that as justification, although it's not justification. Charles, you already know, but they're going to try, though. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to find anything that they can. Anything that they can. They're going to try. They're going to, hey, all right, he cursed out a teacher in the 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring that up. That whatever they can find on him, they're going to find it, and they're going to try to utilize it. So, they already examining social media, whatever social media platform he was on. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to dig. They're going to dig deep. All Black Mesa for sure. They didn't already did all of this. You know what I'm saying? They just they accumulating. You know what I'm saying? They gathering the intel, the data. Byron for sure. Ray, peace. What's happening? So it's like this was a situation that could have easily been prevented had they did the knowledge correctly, because obviously y'all had the wrong person. So this ain't even a situation where they had the right person. Dude just responded incorrectly. They had the entirely wrong person. So they had the wrong person. Amir Locke was not he was not the target. He was not the target. So that's what we dealing with here. I can even see, what I'm saying, it still wouldn't be justifiable, but I could somewhat understand if he was the target. He wasn't even the target. So that just makes this a million times worse. That the young brother was not even the target, man. Wasn't the target at all. So what do? How do you teach that to the youth? You know what I'm saying? You can end up losing your life, although you did nothing. You was the wrong target. You know what I'm saying? Mistaken out it, like wrong person, but now your life is gone. Come on, man. Khalil, man, I'm telling you, people just choose to remain blind to the patterns. Man, that's mathematics, man. The study of patterns. That's math. Studying patterns. Like, again, that's all we got to do. That's how some people are able to kind of predict the future, is studying patterns. Studying patterns. So that's how you know that these things will happen again, because we studying patterns. That's exactly what they're doing for sure. Lindell, exactly. And like I said, I don't care what these brothers then actually did, because we have seen mass shooters, people shooting up schools, movie theaters, and churches. We have seen them be taken alive. It almost don't get worse than that. So if you can take those type of people in alive, like, I don't care what this other person did. You will take a person that shot up a school or shot up a church, shot up a movie theater. You willing to take them in alive. You trying to talk them out of their situation, and they holding an AK. You know what I'm saying? If they decide to lose with this AK, y'all all going down. Or, a few of y'all going down. But you willing to try to talk to that person to de-escalate the situation. Where is that with us? Where is that with us? Like, that's ridiculous, man. Take us to Burger King. You know what I'm saying? After you have mistakenly busted our crib. Take us to Murder King. You know what I'm saying? Take us there. They not doing that, though. Coach Pete, man, exactly, man. And it's like they acting like they don't understand that collectively we have PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Like, they act like they don't understand that. Like, man, we don't trust y'all still. Like, that's embedded in our like collective psyche to not trust you. Like, that hasn't left. You know, some of us will consciously come out and admit it. Some of us will like, such as myself, some of us will consciously come out and say, man, I don't trust y'all. I don't trust this system. I don't trust the cops. I don't rock with such and such. Other folks, it's unconscious. But it's in the collective psyche for us to not trust them. We have PTSD due to all of the trauma that they put our people through, and they pass that trauma down. So collectively, like that distrust is there. Like, we do not trust them. You know, we don't. We don't. That's in our collective psyche. Like I said, some of us consciously don't trust them, and that causes us to make better decisions. Some people is unconscious. They don't understand. Like, man, you know, dang, some reason I feel a little iffy about this situation. It's almost like with the jab. That's when the unconscious distrust comes in. A lot of people ended up getting a jab, but see, initially they was like, yeah, man, I don't trust it. That's what I'm talking about. But you still made a terrible decision. Those of us that are conscious with it, we like, nah, I'm not doing anything. I don't trust them. I'm not going to move in that direction. I'm not about to get a jab. I'm not about to do that. But those individuals that dealing with the unconscious, like distrust or mistrust, like they was just like initially, nah, I ain't getting this jab. I ain't getting this jab. But then people were able to talk them into it because they not conscious with it. They not conscious with it. Akuma, peace, what's happening? Yeah, nah, man, we not terrorists at all. They are more the terrorists than we are, you know. So we not terrorists at all. We not doing anything. Look, a lot of our ancestors was forced here against their will and helped and built this country. So they could never consider us terrorists. Never. What they have done is terrorism. You know, they try to tell us to go back to Africa. Like I said, there is nowhere for us to go back to. We were everywhere, man. We traveled this whole entire globe. They are the ones that have no place to go. You know, they are the one that that's terrorizing all the lands that they touch down on. That's them. That's what they do. We don't do that. We touch down in the land and we civilizing the folks. We trying to build with the folks. You know what I'm saying? We touch down a certain region of the planet. We like, all right, man, we looking at these people and it seem like they don't know how to farm, how to plant. Let's teach them. And we're gonna go back to where we came from. Or some of us may stay here. Like, that's what we do. They get somewhere, they got to claim ownership in it. This is now our land. Let's kill everybody here. After they teach us how everything works over here, let's kill them all. That's terrorism. That's in their DNA. We never move like that. Oh, Larry, for sure. The agenda is real in the field. And every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then, they got to let the folks know that we can still kill a black man or a black woman at will whenever we want to. That's what I be feeling like this is, man. They just letting you know that, hey, things ain't changed. We can still wipe y'all out any way we want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still can bust in your crib and shoot you down if we want to. So think it's a game. Like, we can still operate like this. Jasmine at all. Shouldn't have trusted them at all. Shouldn't have trusted them at all, man. Like I said, I got a book. Man, who wrote it, man? Was it John Jackson? I think like the 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. Man, you had, you know what I'm saying, our Ethiopian ancestors, you know what I'm saying, was painting pictures of these white folks. That's when white was associated with the devil, because our Ethiopian ancestors, they let us know that. They was like, boom, white, when you see that color is associated with the devil. They flipped the script on us, though, and they associated blackness with the devil. That's not what our ancient Ethiopians did. Blackness was the color. When they painted somebody black, when they painted something that was associated with God, you know what I'm saying? That was associated with righteousness. White was like, nah, that's devilish. And they created this picture based off of their interaction with Europeans. So this ain't something that I'm making up. Again, get the book, The 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. Matter of fact, crazy. This book, J.A. Rogers. I said John Jackson, I'm tripping. That's J.A. Rogers right here. You know what I'm saying? 100 amazing facts about the Negro with complete proof. And man, I swear I hope I can find what I'm talking about in here because I know I highlighted it. I know I highlighted. So let me find that back. I've quoted this several times, but let me quote it again. Because a lot of people think we just be making up stuff around here, man. You know? So let me quote this again. Let me go to the title. Let me go to religion. Let me read this to y'all. I done read this several times, but let me read this to y'all. The devil, which is now depicted as black, was once portrayed as white. When the black man dominated the planet, he painted the forces of evil white. Come on now. Come on. When the whites came into power, they shifted the colors. Come on, man. But y'all got something to say when I talk about blackness. Come on. But as late as 1500, the Ethiopians still depicted their gods and heroes black and their devils and villains white. Come on, man. Father Fernandez, a Catholic missionary who worked amongst them at this time, says they paint Christ and the Blessed Virgin and other saints in black form and devils and wicked men white. Thus, Christ and his apostles are black and Judas white. Come on now. Come on now. This is what the Ethiopians were doing. This is what our ancestors was doing. So they was giving us the warning. They was giving us the warning. Here go the book right here, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro with Complete Proof. They was giving us the warning. They said, based off of our interaction with this group of people, this is the depiction. They are wicked, they are devilish. So that's why everything that's associated with a villain and something that's wicked and devilish, we gonna paint that white. Because that was their experience. That's why they did it. So again, nothing is new under the sun. When they got into power, they shifted the colors. They said, we're going to give y'all a Jesus. We're going to give y'all a devil. We're going to make this Jesus white, though. And we're going to make this devil black. That's not how it was. That's not how it was. That's not how it was at all. That's never how it was with us, man. Like I said, when we dominated the planet, that's not how we was rocking. That's not how we was rocking at all. You know, so again, this ain't something that I made up. This ain't something that I just freestyled off the top of my head. Some of our most respected scholars put in the work to uncover these truths, man. To let y'all know we need to get back to the original way of living. The wickedness, the devils, that was painted as white. So again, when you walking around your crib, for one, it's 2022, you shouldn't be having no white image of Jesus all in your... Take that stuff down, man. Take that stuff down and quit associating the devil with something that's black, because that's not right and exact. What K. Reno say, the real devil is right behind you. He replaced this white sheep with a badge and a gun. That's what K. Reno said. He said the devil is right behind you. How fast can you run? He replaced this white sheep with a badge and a gun. That's right and exact. Like, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's the truth. Black Mason, you know that's coming. Oh, he should have complied. He shouldn't have grabbed the gun. Whole while he was rattled. He was startled out of his sleep. They ain't gonna focus on that. He shouldn't have grabbed the gun. He shouldn't have grabbed the gun. He should have known better. Shut up. Anybody that says that, just shut up. Charles, for sure. They content. They comfortable. All of that. All of that. They content. They comfortable. That's why they don't want to face the reality. That's why they don't want to face the truth. That's why they don't want to deal with these facts. That's why they don't want to grab a book like this. You know what I'm saying? Even another book by Sheikh Anta Diop I got right here, man. Civilization or Barbarism. Sheikh Anta Diop. Again, this book, again, taps into our history, lets you know the truth. This, when we talk about knowledge of self like this, like, listen, some of us have put in the work. This is one of those study tools. You know what I'm saying? This knowledge of self, this letting you know where we came from. This letting you know how life was back in the day when the blacks dominated the planet. It's putting to rest all those myths that they have created surrounding us. It's putting to rest all of those myths, man. Like, these are, like, we reading out here. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that we got to do that. You know what I'm saying? We got to go out of our way to get the truth. But that's you know what I'm saying, being in the wilderness of North America, being an original person in the wilderness of North America, that's how we got to move. That's how we got to operate. We got to go grab books like this or books like these. And these are the books that the children got to be reading. Not the little trash books that they have us reading when we being indoctrinated in their system. Jasmine, there you go. You know what I'm saying? All that Santa Claus nonsense, like all of that stuff is trash, man. All of it is trash. White Jesus is trash, man. And like I said, people get offended when I start talking like that. At this point, I really don't care. I'm like the older folks. When you reach a certain age, you don't care who you offend. You don't care what you say. Like I'm at that point early. I don't care. If you black and you get offended by me telling you to take down this picture of white Jesus and you shouldn't be worshiping white Jesus, and why does color matter? Color don't matter. If color didn't matter, why is it white? If color didn't matter, why did they give you a white Jesus and not an orange, not a purple one? If color didn't matter, why did they give you a white Jesus, a white God, and not a green one? It matters, man. It matters subconsciously. That's why they gave you one that reflects their image. So don't tell me, you better not be black talking to me about the color Jesus don't matter. For one, like I said, I don't care if he existed or not. But if you're going to worship something, man, at least let the image reflect how you look. That's all I ask of people. Man, if you're going to worship something, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not I believe it exists, if you're going to worship something, at least let the image be black. Because if these people did exist, that would be their pigmentation. So at least deal in some truth. You know what I mean? At least deal in some truth. That's all I ask of you. You know what I'm saying? Believe what you want to believe, but at least put images up that look like you. Because that's what they're doing. They done made all of these images white, and that ain't even true. Like, it ain't even true. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got white images of folks that ain't even white. So if they can do that, then I'm pretty sure we can take images and make them black. Because they making people white that ain't even white. Like, literally, that's what they doing. Larry Vaughn for sure. Yeah, the book, I got a few books. I don't know if it's behind me. Matter of fact, let me grab it. Let me grab it real quick. Larry, you know we value the research around here, so we already know. Here we go. Shaka Musa Barashango, African People and European Holidays, A Mental Genocide, book 1. It's two books. I got both of them. Shantae, 100% facts. Jasmine, facts. You know what I'm saying? It matters. What you think a young black child is gonna think or believe when he has been told to believe in a religion, and with that belief, you have been told that there is a God and there is a Jesus. He sent his son to die for your sins, and it don't get more powerful than these individuals. What you think that what you think he gonna think when he see these images of these powerful people? God and Jesus, it don't get more powerful than them. What you think he gonna think when he see that they white? When he see images of them being white? How you think that's gonna affect the child? It's like, oh man, if it don't get more powerful than God and Jesus and they white, then that means all of these white folks that's around me are superior. They are powerful. Because the most powerful person that I've been taught to believe, he looks like them. That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna start believing. Like, oh man, if God is white, then these white people they got the power. Got the power. Man, I hope it got something about old Santa Claus in this joint. I hope it's in this book. Because Larry, y'all about to get me started, man. Y'all about to get me started bringing out the references, man. Y'all about to get me started, but I don't know if it's in this actual book. Because we didn't broke down Christmas, Christ Mass. You know what I'm saying? We didn't broke that down. But yeah, I don't think this the one where he was going in on that one. But this is a powerful book, Ashaka Musa Barasango, man. It's a powerful book. When you read this book, or when you read both of these books, You're not gonna want to celebrate any holiday ever again. Oh, here we go. Larry, see what I'm saying? We go right to the research. You know what I'm saying? So hey, here we go. According to German mythology, Satan, first appeared as a hairy imp named Pels Nickel. In Holland and other European countries, the original Old Nick, another terminology for the devil. Come on, man. Let me rewind that. Let's rewind that. In Holland and other European countries, the original Old Nick, another terminology for the devil, was depicted as a very stern person who rode across the frozen waste on the Satan's goat and left a whip instead of toys for naughty children. With the coming of European Christianity to the north, the demon saint Old Nick evolved into Saint Nicholas, a bishop of Myra in Turkey who lived sometime around 300 CE. He is said to have transported himself on a gray horse on white jackass, an ancient Egyptian symbol of Typhon, the devil. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, do I need to continue on? Like, y'all see this is the type of stuff that we celebrate. And this is the type of stuff that we are teaching children to believe in. Not knowing the history. Not knowing the history. Man, Cam got a song. If y'all ain't familiar with the rapper, Cam got a song called Holiday Madness. This is what he talks about. A whole day dedicated to the devil. Like, that's what he says in the song. You know what I'm saying? Go back and listen to that song. It's a song that I think he did is back in the 90s. Cam is called Holiday Madness. And he talks about worshiping the Satan or Santa. You know what I'm saying? But a whole day dedicated to the devil. Like, this is what he talking about, man. Come on, man. Like, people that tried to warn us. We just choosing to not want to, like, we just choosing to not bear witness to the facts. But man, this is the book right here that I just read from. African People and European Holidays of Mental Genocide. Jasmine, it's funny that you asked that question. It's funny that you asked that question, Jasmine, because Kwanzaa is also in this book right here. Kwanzaa is in this book. He talks highly of Kwanzaa. Obviously, it's some beef about the cat that originated Kwanzaa and whatnot. So I don't particularly deal with Kwanzaa. I just feel like we need to just start from scratch. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we just need to start from scratch. And honestly, I feel like we just need to do our things separate from them. So even around that time, like, I don't even feel that's the need to celebrate anything for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we need to find a whole nother time to celebrate something like that. You know, but I would, if you're gonna do something, I'd rather you talk about Kwanzaa than Christmas. But I almost feel like we need to start from scratch, yo. Like, we just need to start this whole thing over, man. And we just need to come together collectively, and we need to just create our own celebrations right now. Revised version. You know what I'm saying? We just need to start from scratch. And I said I was gonna do that this year. Yeah, Jasmine, exactly. You know, and they was talking about the beef between like the Black Panther, all of that, man. Matter of fact, man, y'all already know. You know, let me see. Let me see if I can find let me see. Let me see if I can find where he was talking about it, man, because Karanga, you know, that's the cat, but he has some issues with the Black Panthers and whatnot, man. But let me see if I can find where he talks about that. In theory, you know, there is a lot of benefit when you talk about I think the 7 principles and all of that good stuff. Like, we can build on that. That's definitely peace. So if we look at the principles of Kwanzaa, we could definitely utilize those principles to benefit us. But I feel like we just need to start from scratch. Yeah, he ain't talking about in this book, but I think I got a few other books that talk about Karanga and, you know what I'm saying, the issues with the Black Panthers and stuff like that. But yeah, Lorene, exactly. That's where I'm at with it. Reset. Like, I feel like that's where we need to go with it. Reset. Like that's where I feel like we at with it, man. Because again, man, just look at all the wickedness that's going on, and a lot of times, you know, we talk about resetting. People saying y'all go back to like, man, nah, man, we can reset right where we at. Where you mean? What we going back to? Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, like I've always said, we the original people of the planet Earth. There is no going back. Everywhere we step foot, that's our home. Like I said, y'all the ones that listen. We ain't even gonna talk about the caves in which y'all came from. Like that's y'all. Don't really have no place that y'all can actually call home. That's why y'all gotta place y'all name everywhere that y'all go, because y'all ain't got no home. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They step somewhere, they gotta claim it because they don't have no home. We don't have to do that. We wasn't doing that. We wasn't doing that. That's one of the reasons why they do that. They gotta claim ownership. When they step somewhere, they gotta claim ownership of it because they don't have any home. They don't have a home. We were not doing that. We was going to the same places where they was going. We was traveling to the same areas they was traveling to before they did it, but we was like, all right, cool. We know that this place is over there, but we ain't got to claim ownership of it because everywhere we go, we good. They get somewhere, they got to say, okay, yeah, this is New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire. Oh, wow, this is old land, but you want to call it new something. You want to act like you discovered it. So you got to name it. One of the best ways to act like you discovered something is by giving it a name. So we don't name it New Jersey. Like, nah. How you gonna call this land New Jersey, New Hampshire, and it's old? People been here. It's new to you, man. It's new to you. That's what Khalid Muhammad talked about. It's new to you. It wasn't new to us, though. We knew that this land was right here. This place that you call New York, saying it's new to you, but it's been here. We knew this. We knew that it's been here. We knew that. Like, this ain't new to us. Larry, for sure. And that the trick knowledge runs deep. Like I said, it gotta start with the holidays. You know what I'm saying? We can't do something as simple as stop celebrating these holidays. For the most part, when you come across a black person, they still celebrating these holidays. They still bearing witness to what's on the calendar. People can't even drop those traditions. We too afraid to drop those traditions collectively. Like, man, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Then we blame the kids. Cam said it in the song, how they can't miss what they ain't never known. So we blame the kids. Oh, man, I can't stop celebrating Christmas because that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's taking the fun away from the kids. Like that's the only time they can have fun. That's the only way they can have fun. So we start blaming the kids. Oh, wow. What kid out the womb is telling you to celebrate Christmas? They don't know anything about a Christmas. So how you going to blame a kid? You know what I'm saying? How you going to blame a kid that can't speak for you carrying on a tradition? Don't blame the kids, man. The kids gonna do what you say do because you and they in your crib. So if y'all say we ain't celebrating it, the kids like we can't celebrate it. So don't blame the kids. Don't do that. Don't blame you being brainwashed and wanna celebrate these days on your children because they didn't ask for any of this. They didn't come out of the womb saying, "Hey, what you gonna give me for Christmas?" They had to be taught about Christmas. Ammo for sure. So nah, we can't even do something as simple as agree that, hey, we need to stop celebrating these days. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't even agree to that. Oh, Jasmine, for sure. You know, and that's why I said, forget them giving us permission to celebrate. We need to start stamping the calendar on our own day. Like I said, what if we came together, right? And we was like, you know what I'm saying? We take it to the phone and we look up Khalid Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? In the background, y'all see Khalid Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? We say, all right, let's look up Khalid Muhammad. They're like, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to look up Khalid. He was born, okay, January 12th. And we say, all right, cool. We're going to have January 12th is going to be Khalid Muhammad Day. We ain't working. We ain't clocking in these corporations. All black folks don't go clock in. And we going to buy black on Khalid Muhammad Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the power to do that. But we be waiting for permission. Like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it come to MLK, Martin Luther King, I hear people all the time say, oh, man, how come they don't give us no Malcolm X Day? Why are we waiting on them to give us Malcolm X Day? we can give ourselves Malcolm X Day. So that's what I hear a lot of times. It's like, man, they ain't gonna give us no Malcolm X Day. Why are we waiting on them to give us that? You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna never give us. They ain't gonna never give us what we feel like we should be getting. They ain't gonna give us no Malcolm X Day. No. No. So we gotta look at. We gotta say, all right, Malcolm X. All right, you was born May 19th. May 19th is National Malcolm X Day. I ain't fooling with white folks on that day. I ain't clocking in them corporations. Like we do that. I ain't clocking in for this white corporation. I'm gonna buy black and I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like this, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna honor Malcolm X that day. It's Malcolm X Day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm doing. May 19th, Malcolm X Day. Ain't going into this job. When we come together collectively and start doing things like that, game changer. Game changer. You know, give us Malcolm X Day. Give us Black Panther Day, Huey Newton Day. Give us all Marcus Garvey Day. All of these. You know what I'm saying? We celebrating all of this. Fred Hampton Day. All of it. Celebrate. Put it on the calendar. Y'all give us President's Day. You know what I'm saying? And they were slave owners out here. Racist slave owners. President's Day. That's on the calendar. You get that day off. So we celebrating racist slave owners. And rapists. You know what I'm saying? They was out here raping our women, you know, and neglecting the children. The original deadbeat. You know what I mean? But nah, y'all gonna give us that day. Celebrate these presidents. Like that's the world we living in, man. So nah, we celebrating Malcolm, we celebrating Khaled, we celebrating Garvey, we celebrating Huey Newton, we celebrating them all. We celebrating Fred Hampton, we celebrating Assata Shakur. Like, hey, shout out to Assata, man. We can celebrate the living. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Assata was born July 16th. We celebrating her. She's still alive. You know what I'm saying? We gonna celebrate. Larry for sure. You know, Stockholm syndrome is alive and well, man. We can't even, like I said, we can't even come together collectively and agree to something as simple as let's stop dealing with these holidays, because we already know that most of this is nonsense. And for real, it's a money grab. You know how much money they make on these holidays? For instance, got Valentine's Day that's coming up. They about to make all money. You about to go out here and buy candy, buy chocolate, bunch of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? We about to celebrate something like that. People gonna break up on that day. Man, you got people that put dudes under pressure. Like, man, for real. You got people that put dudes under pressure. Like, if you don't do something for me this day, then it's it. It's like, man, but they done did something for you every day up until that point. But if they don't do something for you on Valentine's Day because the whole world then said that, hey, you should do something for your lady on Valentine's Day, now you want to break up with. He done did something for you every day up until Valentine's Day. But since he didn't do something for you when the calendar said do it, now you want to break up with him. That's trash. That's trash to me. That's like complete garbage. Like, that's complete garbage, man. These days don't mean much of anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a calendar to tell me anything. Oh, okay, this when you show love to you. Nope. Nope. That's what we waiting on out here. All right. The calendar say I need to go. And I'm gonna give you a Jew. I'm gonna give y'all a Jew straight up. I'm gonna give y'all a Jew. I'm telling most dudes, listen, ladies, y'all gotta stop being so like this. This comes with being easy. Because I'm gonna tell you what, most dudes don't be wanting to celebrate Valentine's Day. Like I'm serious. Like I said, if it was up to us, men, we ain't celebrate none of this. But most dudes do not be wanting to fool with Valentine's. They do not be wanting to buy these gifts. It be the women keeping some of these traditions alive. Like, dude, like most dudes, like, look, man, I'm gonna show my love to you every other day. I don't need a calendar to show you this. It be the women putting that pressure on. Like, if you don't do something for me this day, then it's over with. Like, dude, what? But again, that's just making it easier for you to be pimped as a woman when you celebrate these days. Because now all the dude gotta do is buy you some chocolate and some flowers, and now you impressed now. Because he bought you something when the calendar said buy you something. Like, that don't even make any sense. They don't even make any sense. Like, they don't make any. Jasmine, you already know how we rock. You know what I'm saying? You already know how we rocking over here. Larry for sure and Laureen, I be seeing that. Wish I had a Valentine's. Like, what? Like, what you saying? Like, they be all in their feelings. Like, really? Like, this is what like, really. You know, so it be frustrating, man, when I see women that again, that's a okie doke. Like, you fall for the, like, all right, man, I'm just gonna buy her this chocolate and it's the flowers to shut her up. Like, how do you, like, listen, man, like, come on, man. That just sounds all bad. Like, let me buy her this chocolate and these flowers and shut her up. I got her some Valentine's Day. Now she happy. So you falling for the okie doke, man. Dude ain't even want to do that. He's just doing it because the calendar told him. And you fell for it. So now he can treat you bad for another 4 or 5 months because he bought you something for Valentine's Day. But that, you know what I'm saying? But everything is cool now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is cool now. So his bad treatment of you, his mistreatment of you has been extended 4 or 5 months because he remembered Valentine's Day. All right, yeah, he can treat me bad for another 4 or 5 months. You know what I'm saying? He bought me something for Valentine's Day. Yep. So he good. He good. Like, that's how y'all be sounding out here, man. That's goofy. Like, this stuff is goofy, man. So we got to stop letting this calendar dictate how we feel, dictate how we live. We got to chill. But like I said, man, we not ready. We not ready for that discussion, man. We ain't even over that hurdle, that obstacle yet. Like, that's how we live. We ain't even over that yet. So when I say we got a long way to go, man, I'm telling y'all, we got a long way to go. I mean that we got a very long way to go. We got a lot of things that we got to get in order, man. We got a lot of things that we got to get in order. We got a long way to go, man. It's simple things that collectively we shouldn't be doing that we still doing. So until we conquer those things, like, man, I don't see us doing what it is that we need to do anytime soon, because we can't let go of simple Western traditions like these holidays without feeling all bad, without getting depressed. Like, come on, man. This should be something easy. This should be something real easy for us, man. But we can't let it go. Can't let it go at all, man. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I just wanted to get on here, man, and vent for a little second, man, about current situation with Amir Locke, man. I got that off my chest plus some. So I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. I wasn't expecting to do this, but once I saw the information come out today with the body cam footage, I had to build, I had to vent, I had to rant. So I appreciate y'all tapping in to the vent, the rant, all of that good stuff. Appreciate the donation, appreciate the comments, all of that good stuff, man. I'm gonna let y'all get back to enjoying y'all Saturday, man. I probably won't tap in tomorrow for real this time, but I'm gonna definitely tap back in Monday or Tuesday, one of those days. So y'all be easy out here, man. Y'all enjoy the weekend. Make sure y'all eat some healthy foods, get some rest, read some positive pages in a positive book, all of that good stuff, man. I'm out. Y'all be easy out here. Peace.